You are entering a location next to a designated zone across the street from an area called time, space, and alternate reality. You may find yourself asking questions like, where did he acquire such a cool power-up? How do I get that secret bonus level? And when will they release a new nifty hat for me? There are many of these questions, and we will do our best to answer as many of them as we can, as Aperture Gaming is proud to present the DLC Zone. Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 for Aperture Gaming. They make it, we test it, you play it. And welcome to the DLC Zone. Today we cover the supposedly final installment of the Assassin's Creed Chronicles series, Russia. This game takes place in Russia, and the year is 1918. The assassin in question is Nikolai. Now, I know Nikolai is involved with the Assassin's Creed series in other media, and hasn't gotten his own game, so I find it interesting. I mean, first we had in China, and now for this, I like it how they have assassins, and while they haven't gotten their own main game, this gives them a chance to star in a game. Yeah, so I like it. It's branching out a bit. It gives the option that these characters could eventually get their own main game, or this is a good game to at least have them in for now. Alright, so stylistically wise, this is a very good game. Alright, so it deals with monotones. Like I said earlier, when I saw an earlier video and screenshots of this, it reminded me of a film noir. Black and white and gray, and with red to splash in there to catch the eye, which is a really interesting factor. And while it does have the monotone colors of a film noir, artistically wise, it looks like the Soviet propaganda posters from many years ago, especially during the cutscenes in between the main events. It's a very good. I like it. I like the look stylistically. Gameplay wise, they've added a few things. They have some old stuff that was brought over from both the first and the second game, but it also comes loaded with its own unique items. Let's see, first off, you have two new pieces of equipment. You have a grappling hook launcher, and not just for climbing up the ceiling. It's for pulling open grates, so you can either throw stuff through or climb through it, or for like pulling platforms over to you to help you maneuver through a location. So I think it's pretty interesting how they add that. The other new equipment is your rifle. Yes, you actually do have a firearm because, well, it is 1918, so by now we are well into the era of gunpowder. I think it was pretty interesting because the grappling hook, that could be something that we picked up from Syndicate, and time has passed forward enough. So I like how the game is acknowledging the passage of time in-universe and showing how technology, in many ways, shapes, and forms, has advanced. Yeah, and of course you have the smoke bomb and the whistle for the distractions. Now, of course, this being the gunpowder era, and this being in Russia during the revolution, it's pretty safe to bet that all the guards are going to be packing heat, so you want to watch out for that. An interesting factor is some of these guards have magnetic keys on them, so you have to either walk very close to them or pickpocket the key from them to avoid these special trigger mines, because if lights on, kaboom. If lights off, it's safe. The last time I saw a feature of this, I think it was back. The first time I encountered this was in the Splinter Cell series, where they had the guards with the chip on them that cancels out the detection lasers. So yeah, it's pretty interesting how Ubisoft is using a feature from a different series for this series. I like that. Another new and interesting feature they have is to distract a guard that is blocking your way because of where they are looking. If you're in a building, if you see this telephone A in room A will ring telephone B in room B, and that'll distract the guard for you to either move past them unnoticed or to sneak in there and take out the guard. So it's pretty much the same plot, Assassins versus Templars, but I like this. It's showing how the game has changed and how, as time passed, more advanced technology for both the villains and the good guys, and how you have to find new ways to utilize that. Like I said, style-wise, the game is still great, and of course you still have the whole find the find the glyphs, find the scrolls, you know. It's pretty good. So yeah, the things it's brought over like the lock picking thing from the previous game and the smoke bombs. But overall, I'd have to say I like this. It's a good game, and like I said, it's interesting how it's kept some of its old features but bringing in the new stuff, so it's not gonna break the game. Again, of course, it's a 2.5D where you do have the semi three-dimensional isms, but it's not a full open world game. I think this place would be great to play in. Pixel AP covered how it would be good to have something like a film noir in the Roaring 20s or the 30s. And, like he said, this would also be a good place to have open Russia. It'd be, I imagine, all the winter levels that we've seen from previous installments of main games. So we here at Aperture Gaming, we give Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, we give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's interesting because we might get some other Assassin's Creed game, maybe for like mobile devices or tablets, something later this year, but we're not getting a main console game. That's going to happen next year, so it's interesting. Also, we'll be getting Watch Dogs, the sequel, next year, and I'm very excited for that. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. We want to thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Aperture Gaming, Test Subject 1337. This has been the DLC Zone. Game on!